Hey everybody, this is John, live from New York City. For those of you that don't know, we were talking about this in the room yesterday. For whatever reason, on the days that I fly, the market tends to sell off, and that's what we got today. Flight took off at 9:15 this morning. I have been watching the transports here very closely. You might ask why. Well, you can see that they actually peaked out in mid-March, made their highs, and started selling off well before the whole short volatility implosion. So the transports being a leading indicator, I've been watching with interest from this swing high to this swing low, this 618 retracement. All right, so we came up here, got rejected, we came back down hard, came back up again strong, poked through it yesterday, and now here we are again. And I'm watching for this week because if we close below this 50% level, and I'm watching obviously the squeeze. We went back into a squeeze. We have the possibility here, a decent possibility that this thing rolls over. Okay, and if the transports roll over, then guess what? Everybody else is going too. So, if we look here at the spiders from that same context, the spiders here, it's not like they look bad or anything like that, right? And if we look at the Qs here, of course, they're on fire. But of course, what we also have here is a pretty massive ascending wedge. So if we do break this trend line here, things are going to go. So just keep an eye here on the transports, because the transports have been one of our most reliable heads ups that we have seen in this market, even throughout the course of the entire year. Okay, and then from there, I want to take a look at kind of a bigger picture here on the bonds. Bonds are up today. You can see we have a squeeze. However, keep in mind that if we look at the monthly chart here, we got a pretty massive head and shoulders top. And I do think that this thing is on the verge of a longer term breakdown. Okay, and if we look at this again from kind of the fibs, here's a swing low to swing high, and we're sitting in terms of a support level, okay, right on that 618. We've tested this multiple times now, and what I'm looking for is if we can get a weekly close below this, and it doesn't mean it's going to happen this week, then we'll actually get a fairly solid move down to 90. Okay, now this is one where I would take utilize leaps out in January of next year for this potential move. So a handful of things to keep in mind here. Why bearish on bonds? Well, the big question that comes up is the Fed can alternate between saying that they're hawkish, right? Oh, we're going to raise rates, but if there's any sign of economic turbulence, they're like, oh, let's hold off. Okay, so they talk hawkish, act dovish with a couple of rate hikes here and there. But what's happening right now is the economy is getting so strong, utilities are selling off hard, and inflation is coming up. Okay, so why is that a big deal? Now, longer term, inflation obviously can do a lot of things, but I'm not concerned about the long term right now, the impact on the stock market or anything like that. The main thing in the short term is that if inflation starts rearing its ugly head, bonds are allergic to inflation, will start to sell off hard. And what's going to happen is it's going to take away the choice of the Fed, whereas right now they can talk hawkish and act dovish. If inflation starts rearing its ugly head, as I think it will, they will not have a choice but then to start aggressively raising rates to counteract that threat. Okay, and that's going to cause a world of trouble. Regardless, a nice trade on this is going to be buying longer term puts on TLT for the expected move down. All right, for those of you that are interested more in kind of that macro stuff, as well as just kind of, for lack of a better term, just kind of bringing it all together, I wanted to let you know that we have our live event in Austin coming up March 25th, 26th, and 27th. Now, this is sold out. If you're interested in the seat, you can call the office, but it is sold out. Sometimes they might have a cancellation or anything like that. But we are opening up the online access to this, and so let me tell you what that is real quick. So this is going to be a pretty power-packed 3 days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We will be talking about the crash-proof trader strategy. Okay, we're going to have a global market macro discussion with Mark Chaikin. We'll have live trading sessions. We'll be having a session on crypto contrarian, in-depth Fibonacci, futures leverage with Raghi, and then trading Elliott Wave and Voodoo, using a lot of this macro stuff as well. options income, and then we're bringing in a professional sports psychologist. He's going to spend 2 hours talking about mental trading toughness, which I'm super excited about. We're also bringing in a special guest who used to work at an algo firm and is going to tell you all the ways they rip us off. Okay, it's a very enlightening conversation. So you can go to simplertrading.com/live stream. And again, the live event is sold out. Okay, it's $49.97. If you want to call and see if there is a seat, you can. However, what I want to let you know is that we are now opening up the doors for the live stream version of this so you can watch from the comfort of your own home. All right, simplertrading.com/live stream. We're really looking forward to this and looking forward to having you join us. Have a great night.